Hey everyone, it's Ben Capozzi. Today is Thursday, April 1st. It's an absolutely gorgeous day here, a little on the cool side, but absolutely gorgeous in Southern Virginia, Zone 7. I just wanted to do a quick video. I'm doing it Megan Harris homesteader style, doing a car-based one. And I'm doing this at the risk of seeming a little curmudgeonly. And it's just because I've seen some chick prices from different hatcheries this year, and I really feel like to a certain extent people who are paying this price or these prices are being taken for a ride. So I'm not going to mention any hatchery specifically, but I have been raising chickens since 2018, so not too terribly long. But in that time, I've raised hundreds of baby chicks and or waterfowl at this point. I mean, my farm numbers are, probably 350 or so, give or take. And I have bought from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 9 different places. That includes hatcheries and private breeders. And everyone's goals for their farm and their livestock and their homestead and all that are going to be different. So take all of this with a grain of salt. Your mileage may vary, but paying $28 for a baby chick from a hatchery is, to me, that seems kind of like an insane price. I really feel like that is a price that is taking people for a ride. I have bought from 3 major hatcheries, 4 or 5 if you consider ones that come to Tractor Supply, like from Hoover. I'm not buying directly from them. But the idea of paying, close to $30 for a baby chick from a hatchery that is a designer breed is, I just feel like people are overpaying. I really value all of my birds. I care for all of them. They're kind of like productive pets on our farm, which is fine. And I feel like if someone is willing to pay $30 for a baby chick, excuse me, they probably have a mentality that is even more in the pet range. But I really feel like you would be better off getting a heritage breed or an actual true breed, not a marketing breed. A true time-tested breed, especially if you want characteristics that heritage breeds are classic for, in terms of being broody, in terms of being hardy, in terms of being disease resistant, in terms of having a very firmly established personality and a demeanor. The most I've ever paid for a single baby chick, not a goose, but for a chick, is probably, I know it's $25, and I paid that from chicken. I paid that to Chicken Scratch Poultry for a single Dutch Malines straight run baby chick, and I got 5 of them. Unfortunately, then we had the Merrick's outbreak, and now I only have 2 of them. They're a great breed, but that was a breed from a small, I wouldn't even call them a hatchery. That's a small farm that is breeding some really choice, unusual breeds, but an established breed, a breed with a reputation for all those things that I mentioned. They're also a good dual-purpose breed, and an amazing disposition. But that is from a small farm, a person, a family in operation who is looking at the baby chicks every season and culling, discriminating, making decisions about these are more to the breed standard, These are less to the breed standard. These are hardier. These are larger. These are more true to type. These are free of deformities and ailments, and breeding towards that. And that is, you know, kind of how a breed is established and maintained. Birds that I have gotten from private breeders are always 100% of a better quality than birds from hatcheries. Many hatcheries have very good quality, if not even excellent quality, birds. But finding a private breeder, if you can locally, or if you can find one, you know, who's willing to safely ship to you, is something. But I just really have a problem with somebody paying about 30 bucks for a baby chick. Now, geese, especially if they are a rare or more difficult to breed, or something in more kind of limited supply, but still a traditional breed. Like, I know that Sebastopol geese are very expensive. I think they're like 75 bucks, maybe more or less, or maybe you can get a pair for $150 from some of the larger hatcheries. The hatcheries are always going to have your cheaper prices anyhow. When I first started in 2018, I would pay, I think back then the most I paid was maybe $7 or $8 for some Pena de Sencas, which is a relatively obscure Spanish breed that lays a nice terracotta dark red egg, similar to the color of a black copper Marans. And you know, that was $7 or $8, and at the time I was like, oh, it's an expensive chicken. I look at the hatchery that I bought those from now, and I think those same birds are like $14. I understand that we are wrestling with a pandemic, and that everyone has decided that they'd like to have more influence over their where their food comes from, and homesteading where possible, and I think that's awesome. I totally get that, and because of that, there is a real shortage of birds. I mean, lots of birds sell out. It used to be kind of casual that I could order birds from the larger hatcheries pretty much throughout the year, depending on what I was after. But I mean, I know that now lots of them are sold out until the fall already. But I just feel like you're being taken for a ride if you're going to pay $15 for a hatchery baby chick, let alone if you're going to pay close to $30 for a baby hatchery chick for something that is not even a recognized breed. Now, when I say recognized, I mean something that is recognized at least in some country by their poultry standard. Either, you know, in America it's the APA, the American Poultry, I think it's Association. And now they might not recognize lots of breeds that have still been around for a while, but I guess I'm just a little... I'm the way I am, that when I decided that I wanted to get chickens for the farm, I did boatloads of research. I mean, I had an Excel spreadsheet with the range of eggs laid per year per bird, because I was looking at eggs, and I also really started at the Livestock Conservancy looking for breeds that were in danger of going extinct and that needed to have more birds in more homes. And that's even if you're not going to breed the birds. Just creating demand for some of these birds helps other folks decide to maintain that breed, to keep that breed, to keep it going. And you know, many breeds have become standardized and are the way they are after all these years because those birds have withstood the test of time in the countries or the regions where they're from. So a standard breed has a lot going for it. And you can get, if you're after certain colors or whatever, just do your research. You can find excellent blue egg laying breeds. You know, there's leg bars, there's Americanas. You're probably not going to get Auracanas, but I don't know, for 30 bucks a chick, you might be able to find some pretty discount Auracanas sent to you. You know, if you're after green eggs, the whiting true green is the only, well, and ice bars would be ones, but those are breeds that have been around for a little bit more than a hot minute. Whitings would be the most recent ones. You know, of course, if you're after browns, you know, the darkest ones are going to be your black copper Marans. There's all kinds of, you know, Rhode Island Reds and speckled Sussex and others that are going to lay all range of pink to light brown. You know, if you're after something kind of purplish, you might roll the dice with an Easter egger. or making your own barnyard hybrids or mutts from Americanas and other breeds. You know, depending on the color, you know, there's freckles that you're after. I was going to say with purple, if you want like a heavy bloom, you might look at some really nice quality Longshans. But I just encourage you to do your research. And I mean, if I had $30, let's say, to spend per chick, I mean, I would go to a private breeder around here within a couple hours. Is like Julie Gupton. I don't know if she's still around, but she had absolutely gorgeous Dorkings. I mean, there's a breed that has been around since the days of Caesar, and Julie had them in their classic kind of salmon gray, and also in a brilliant red. And I would spend $25 buying 3 chicks from her, or 4 chicks from her, or 5 chicks from her. You know, you get them all for that price, and they would be amazing heritage birds that had been absolutely selectively bred by someone with a real passion for the breed, someone who was exercising real discernment to get a really good breed. Now, you know, I'm not going to judge you for buying whatever you buy. You know, that's fine. I'm just a nobody who has an opinion about this. But I just feel like people are being taken for a ride when you're spending $30 for, you know, a frost white leg bar or something like that. When you can buy regular cream leg bars for like $7-8 from Murray McMurray, or Hoover might even have them. Ideal definitely has them. Whelp might have them. I mean, there's no shortage of hatcheries that are going to have birds like that. But if you've got $30 to spend, heck, buy a breeding pair or a breeding trio from a really nice breeder. So that's all. I don't mean to ramble, but it's just something I've been thinking about. I was talking with a friend about it, and both of us are kind of like, you know, that's a lot. I mean, I've got Svarthonas, which are, I would say, more rare than I am Samanis, which are the all black birds, the black bones, black flesh, black organs. I am Samanis are the Asian all black bird, and I've got Svarthonas, which are an offshoot of them that were raised in the Nordic countries. And those are pretty obscure. I can promise you I didn't pay $28, $29, $30 a baby chick for them. I probably paid $5 or $6 for each of them, and they're wonderful. So that's all I'm gonna say. To each their own, but I guess just be wary of what you're getting when you buy these designer chicks. I'm not necessarily saying that they're a bad breed, but for me it's very satisfying to do the research and understand what I'm getting. Like, I like the history of my birds. I like learning about them. I like knowing that black copper Morans are basically pirate birds. You know, they came from this small port Morans in France that was basically like a pirate town. And the black copper Morans were kind of distributed that way and developed under those conditions. So anyhow, don't pay extra for a marketing strategy for a bird, I guess is all I'm saying. Unless you want to, in which case just be aware that that's what you're doing. Okay, that's all. Good luck. Questions, concerns, comments, complaints, always welcome. Helpful comments, I don't think I meant complaints. I usually ask for helpful critique. If you agree, if you disagree, feel free to post your comments. All right, wherever you are, I hope that you are well and continue to be that way. Take care. Bye-bye.